Coming onto the field now in this fourth Cup quarter-final is heavyweights Japan up against the Philippines. And if we look back at the results yesterday, Philippines beating United Arab Emirates 20-0 in the first match of the day. And then getting beaten by Hong Kong 45-0. And Japan getting one over China 21-7. And then giving Chinese Taipei a 50-0 thrashing in the afternoon. Japan heavy favourites here. But Philippines can play some decent rugby. And the winner of this will go through to face South Korea. Beautiful take on the far side from the kickoff. Didn't quite go 10, but they chanced their arm, went up for it. Nice, straight through the middle. Beautiful wraparound. Coming through was Cullen. Jake Letts taking the ball to ground there. And away it goes. Number 7, Aronson. Philippines showing some confidence here. Everyone's getting a touch nice and early. And Luke Matthews realising that sideline was only his for a couple of seconds. Here comes Alexandra Aronson. Away by Jake Letts. And deciding to kick deep here. Gifting possession back, but the had 3 or 4 cracks at it, and strangely Japanese opting to kick that to touch through Takashi Suzuki. He didn't look interested in taking that one back and keeping possession. Maybe they fancy their line out. Let's see now. Jake Letts is going to get this in. Christopher Evrangani. Buiheni, number 2, goes up but can't get it. Japanese Goya can't secure that on the ground. Through comes Letts. Suzuki going back. Letts with the ball. Early try for Philippines. Yes, it is. Alexandra Aronson against all form. Philippines showing what they can do. Japan looking a little bit lethargic there. Starting off with the kick for touch from their own 22. They better get their heads into this. Good work, Philippines.
Great support play, some strange events in that last minute or so with a long kick downfield and seemingly an easy take for Japan, but opting to kick back the touch and give possession straight back to the Philippines. Maybe they fancy their chances in terms of building the game and taking their time to get into this game on day 2, but Philippines taking full advantage of that mistake, you'd have to say, by Japan.
Alex Aronson trying to convert his own try, and he's hooked it to the left. So it is Philippines 5, Japan 0 with 4 minutes remaining in this first half. If anyone's listening from the Philippines, good afternoon, good morning. Big event over there today. It's the Fat Boy 10s. Big shout out to everybody, the big sweaties over there today. And if you're listening from Japan, welcome. Your team needing to get their head straight for this. Off goes Haruki Saito, the big try scorer from yesterday. He's got some out-and-out gas. Infield to Suzuki, who knocks it on. And referee Charlie Brown is on the spot to call that.
And customary mistake there, looking as if Japan were going to respond with a score of their own immediately. But small knock on the ground.
quick hook. Comes whizzing out the back. Again, Philippines showing no shortage of confidence with the ball in hand. The Japanese haven't really had the ball except for a couple of moments there before that knock on. Lingani gets the ball away to Mohini. Infield comes Stevenson. It's the Philippine side. Holgate gets that away in contact, but it's gone forward. Eventually they cough the ball up. They've had a good chance to get their hand on the ball and get comfortable with it. And now it's Japan's turn. They've soaked up some pressure. They've given away a try. And no doubt their class will shine through eventually.
Just the second clean possession of the second half for Japan, so we'll have a look to see if they can capitalise on their possession.
Goya gets it away, the arms out. There's an advantage going on here. Penalty advantage. Philippines are up offside on the halfway line. Just a minute 45 on the clock here. And Philippines fans back home would be loving this. Would love to go into half time with a little lead over Japan. But a minute 30 is a long time in sevens. Kazuhiro Goya will feed this in to the line out. His main jumper is going to be Kuwazaru, number 2. There he goes, it's over his head. He's given the ball back to Philippines. Can they make something of this? Matthews goes to ground, Holgate gets over and back it comes again. Minute on the clock, Buheni. Nice bit of straightening running there. Stevenson goes down, gets it back to Evan Ghani. In goes Letts, and they've won themselves a penalty here. Philippines playing very positive rugby here. They've come to play this game. They're not just here to get smashed, they're not fodder. And while they've got the ball, they're showing what skills they've got. That hasn't gone so far, but it's out, and there's just 23 seconds on the clock. And what do you reckon? Chances of an upset here, Di?
Well, the quarterfinals have just gone completely away from yesterday's form, and the Philippines losing to Hong Kong 45-0 last game of the yesterday, but long way to go in this game, and Japan seem to have come out very complacent and very lethargic, and I'm sure we'll see a bit of injection of energy into their performance as we move forward into the second half. But there's an opportunity here with us in overtime of the first half, probably to level it up or to take the lead. Philippines working hard to keep them out just before half time.
Whoa! And the referee's calling the ambulance on, and he's getting the yellow card out. That was a big hit. Not sure if he was onside, but that looked probably worse than it was.
Again, referee getting himself in a poor position. The Gareth Holgate coming off the defensive line from behind the referee. I think the referee making a decision blind there of an offside. May have called it not a leading arm or not wrapping his arm, but another critical decision. It will deplete the Philippines to 6 men.
Oh! And a cheeky hand goes in there to deny Japan on the stroke of half time. With just 6 men on the field. Valiant stuff from Philippines. They are leading Japan at half time, 5-0. And they must be very excited right now. Japanese are jogging on. What's going to be said down there?
Again, be interesting to see and have a look at that incident that has resulted in the Philippines being down to 6 men in there.
Here we see the Philippines try earlier on to Alex Aronson. Here's the danger man, Saito, getting away, but it breaks down here as he tries to flick it inside. Suzuki knocks it on, and looks like we're not going to see that challenge from the midfield. But he wouldn't have been carded, would he, for being offside, so it must have been a dangerous call.
Yeah, leading shoulder, I think. Not wrapping the arms. But you don't want a few dollars on betting some of these results this morning. Philippines leading Japan at half-time, 5-0. Hong Kong earlier this morning losing to hosts China in their quarter-final. Kazakhstan pushing much favoured Korea right to the wire with a 17-19 win to Korea. Sri Lanka probably only one of the top 4 sides having it all their own way in the second half of that game.
So let's see now as we regroup for the second half. The winner of this will go on to play South Korea in the Cup semi-final later today at 3:30. And Philippines still down to 6 men with Holgate on the naughty chair, and that hasn't gone. That's not a good start. They have to soak up some pressure now. He should have just let that bounce, perhaps. It might have gone the 10 if he'd let it bounce. Decided to play it under no pressure from the Japanese, who are not interested. He's taken that about 2 metres from the spot behind and to the left. I guess that's all right. And he crops out there.
And there's the extra man.
There's Takashi Suzuki scampering away for an easy 5. And Philippines will be hoping to stem the flow during this next minute or two while Holgate's in the bin. He's come back on. No, he's still in the bin. He's got 2 men marshalling him. One, he's shown him the stopwatch. Look at that. He's let him hold the stopwatch, in fact, which is taunting him. And now there's 3 officials there with clipboards and disclaimer forms, making sure he knows what he's done wrong. And that's good news for Philippines there. It's been knocked on at the retake, which will soak up a bit more time, and can't be long now. Conversion was good from Japan, so it's 7-5. As the microphones go crashing to the ground. Japan, no doubt, putting some pressure on the scrum, but it comes back. And Letts gets it away to Aronson. There's some dangerous play on their own line. It's there for the taking. Ooh. All sorts of errors, knock-ons, and it's an exciting bit of play. And how can Holgate not be back on? Because 2 minutes 15 has gone in this second half. Here he comes. And he's lucky that they've just conceded the 1 try in his absence. So his legs are slightly fresh. It's like having a new man come on. On comes Toyoshima. Jake Letts throws the ball over the line out and gets away with a cheeky 10 seconds, but they are behind. They need to score. Don't want to shut it shop just yet. That's gone over the top again. It's a repeat of his throw before the whistle went. Japan now looking to do some damage, and it's go to Terua. Go to has side through there out wide. Just too much pace, and so Japan now with a 12-5 lead with 4 minutes remaining in the second half. Kick goes over, 14-5. Two players left grasping at Goto as he blazes his way around Suzuki with the restart, another very good restart. That is right where you want it to be, and up goes Kuwazaru, wins it back for his lads. Suzuki calling in the player inside, come inside. And away he goes again. And they're falling off the tackles now, and Japanese class and fitness is showing through perhaps. And Shunya Goto has come back in just 60 seconds for another try. And I think it's probably slipping away from Philippines now after holding that 5-0 lead at half-time. There's a lot of hands on hips down there for the Philippines boys. You'd think they're used to this kind of heat. Suzuki with a beautiful kick there. Just to the right. So it's 19-5.
Game just going away now from the Philippines after a fantastic 8-9 minutes, and just the strength of the more experienced Japan team coming through now. So as we go into the last 2 minutes of this game.
Kuwazaru with a repeat of the last kickoff, winning that one back easily, getting up over Waheni. Japanese running riot now. But Philippines winning themselves a penalty from the side, the Japanese support player. I'm sure they'd love to win one here, put themselves back in the chase. Japanese arms got in the middle there, and it's Oshima. Feeds it inside. To number 9, Toyoshima, and the tries are coming thick and fast now. And that makes it 24-5 with a minute and a half remaining. Japan will be going through to face their neighbours, South Korea, which should be a wonderful semi-final. 3:30 today. And this is just like Groundhog Day with Suzuki, putting these restarts on a dime every time, 3 times in a row. This time the chasing Japanese players couldn't get up for it. Well, they did, but it's been knocked on. But we're playing a scrum, not a line out. 3 in a row. Replica kicks. Substitution here with Tsuru Kasaki coming on. Getting his 20 seconds of fame in this match. Japan puts the heat on in the scrum. It's gone around, but too far, and away comes Strom. Japanese have their hands on it there through the new man, Tsurugasaki. Away from Goto to Suzuki, the playmaker. Back to Oshima. Oshima bursts through. Back to the new man. Suzuki blows out, and around the side comes Goto. He thought he saw the try line opening, but Philippines were there to stop it, and that's the end of the game. Handshakes all round. Japan are through to the final, 26 points to 5 over the Philippines, 26 unanswered points in that second half. And they gave Japan maybe just a little wee fright there, but they got their heads right and came back and showed the class that they are.
Yeah, a great series of quarterfinals as we get down to the nitty-gritty. One going against form, or seedings I should say. So big shock of the quarterfinals here on day 2 of the opening Asian 7 series was local rivals, China versus Hong Kong. Hong Kong going out by a narrow margin of 2 points, but that's the headlines from the quarterfinals. But fantastic semi-finals ahead now, with Japan facing off against South Korea and China versus Sri Lanka later in the day.